another vlog with Spider's Web. Shit that could go wrong or that went wrong, and challenges I had. I will say I had it. It was meaningful. Yeah, I had challenges. Anyways, I want to continue on with the episode 2. Okay, now it depends on I guess the storyline, how long they drag on these vlogs. I'm going to try to keep it less than 15. I know probably after 5 minutes people start logging off, but it's just too much information that I'm trying to convey. But what I don't want to do is do a 5 minute, then do another 5 minutes. Then I'm just going to maybe try to keep it within 10-15 minutes. Then if it's going to drag on, then I'll continue on a different part 2 of the same episode. But what I want to talk about, Spider's Web episode 2, which is There's a Stranger in My House. There's a booby sticking out. Didn't notice that. I was looking at it, not knowing you. Sorry about that. Okay? Sorry. Jeez. Should put on my ball. Anyways, what I want to talk about is the first 6 minutes of the second episode. We actually did it. It was with Hernando. We did it inside the studio, and we did it on location. Now, obviously, both have their challenges, but when we're shooting inside and Hernando's being interviewed, different, if you watched it or you're watching it, hopefully you've watched, because I don't want to be spoiling for you, but as he's being interviewed, it's actually Fabian portraying the different interviewers. And how we wrote that is, there was a series of questions, but I decided to deviate from the script. I told Fabian, look, let's just put him on the spot. Now, Hernando, surprisingly for me, because I had worked with him before, and it was just a Spanish one, Golpeas Orgullosas. So this was a challenge for me, and he accepted it because he knew it was going to be part English and part Spanish. And he was actually trying to learn English, and he was getting better, but I didn't know if he was up for the challenge. I didn't know if he was going to be that comedic, that if he had the humor in it. I mean, for being the first one that we put him in, I didn't know who he was really, other than he was seasoned. But when he actually started doing this, he actually surprised me, really did, because the stuff that how he would portray, it was outside his own character, his own being. He was playing a character, and I'm like, damn, that thing's funny, he's doing it funny. So me being the way I direct this, I told him, let's change up the questions, and let's put him on the spot. Let's see how he acts. I want to put him in what do you call it, the improv type of mode. So he was expecting the certain questions that were on the script, but I told him, change the questions and let's add to this and see how he reacts. He actually did really well. Now, could he understand every single question? I don't know. I mean, to me, there might have been a couple of questions that kind of tricked him up. So he's trying to back up. One of them, he says, can you tell me in Spanish? And I think that was actually, he was coming from me. He did not understand what Fabian was asking him. So I kept that in the film. So the inside of that, I cut a lot of it out because, I don't know how many questions we asked, but obviously had it limited. So now, when we went out to location, Fabian had already staked out a place where it was like a hotel and there was businesses around it. I want to say it's a condo area, condominiums. So we had talked about how we were going to do this. I said I knew more or less how I wanted to start that. And I was going to set up the camera, and we're going to have Hernando change into different clothing, but I wasn't going to move the camera so to get different perspective of different days, times. So I did that first, and that was on the outside. Now, there was a lot of people out there. I want to say it was probably 10 or 11 by the time we actually started shooting. I have a drink in hand, like I said. Okay, so bear with me. This is for medicinal purposes, my headaches. I didn't comb my hair. I did take a shower though, because I was thinking of the house. Anyways, now I went to go check out the inside part because we had to go into a lobby to do the ending scene of that particular episode. Now it wasn't on this episode 2. It's going to be on a different episode where we finished up. But my concern was we got 2 cameras running, and I got a microphone set up in the lobby. I gotta get that thing up and running quickly, and then I gotta get the actors coming in and acting while the people are walking by. That was the challenge. I wanted everything to look natural. Even though I was not filming the people, we had a lot of people walking by slowly, wanting to know what's going on, because it was it's a living place, kind of meaning people going up and down the elevators. So my thing is, we're gonna get stopped and we're gonna get shut down. So we gotta do it hopefully in 1 take. But the thing is, it wasn't. We actually had to do it in 2 takes. But my thing is, we gotta get it done in 1 take. What took the longest is for me to set up the cameras and then get Fabian where he was gonna stand, and then get Hernando as he was gonna approach him, and then get the camera set up for 2 angles. That took about 10 minutes. Now, at one point, we did have people kind of watching us, and I'm kind of like, look, I hope these people are happy. And I'm talking out loud to Fabian that, about the commercial we're doing for the hotel, the condominium complex. So I'm trying to give some false information on what we're actually doing there. Simply because we had gotten some attention from people who actually live there. So we got the scene done. We got out of there. I had to then haul the camera, so we got all the shit packed up as best we could and hauled ass to the truck. So we got that done. I thought that was good because I thought we were going to get shut down. Now, in between those scenes where you see Hernando kind of following Fabian's character into that lobby, you'll see a gentleman walking by as Hernando's sneaking around. You see this guy in the background, and he's just an innocent guy. But he caught his attention while we were doing, and you can see him slow down and kind of like, what the hell are they doing there? So if you're not watching Hernando, you'll see this guy in behind and kind of give that expression like, hey, what's going on there? And I left it in there because I thought it was funny, but I mean, if you're not focused on Hernando's character sneaking around, you won't see that guy in the background. But I noticed that when I was putting it together, I said, wow, he got this guy's attention. He slowed down and started looking around, and then kind of, I think he smirked it off and thinking, because he probably seen a camera from my point, because I was way down in front of Fabian. But we had fun that day. We talked about it. We did some other scenes also that are going to show up on some other episodes. The way we were filming, I'm going to throw this out there before. I don't know how long it's been. It's been 9 minutes. The way we filming, in order for me to get as much as I could for the entire series with the talent at that time, I had to break down. I had to go through all the episodes, and I had to figure out, okay, if I only have Hernando and Fabian on this particular scene for this particular episode, how many more scenes in other episodes are they together? So I had to go through all the scripts and figure out, okay, they're in this together, they're in this together, they're in this together. Obviously, they're going to be in different days in the storyboard, different locations in the storyboard. So in order for me to expedite and be more proficient at utilizing the talent for their time, I would block out the day with those 2 particular or 3 particular actors, depending on who's in the scene, and we shoot as much as we can with those, those actors from one location, we move on to the next location, change out the wardrobe, next location. So at least I was getting different scenes, different episodes on that same day. If not, this thing would still be filming. I mean, literally, it's just Hollywood can afford to pay the actors and the crews. We're going to shoot this. This is for this day. This is for this, and they might go. I doubt that they'll go, scene episode by episode and scene by scene. I doubt they'll do that. But I learned in order for me to get the shit done quickly, I need to get everything that I can from different episodes or different scenes with the talent I have for that day and shoot it in one day. So they actually had to learn different lines from different scenes, from different episodes for that particular one day. I asked a lot, but in order for them not to keep coming back for a year, which I don't think that would happen anyways, but they would have to learn that. And I would tell them, okay, prepare, and the next time, in a few days, by next weekend, I need you to have all these lines prepared, and we're going to film all these. And that was like, we're going to try it. No, we're going to film it all. And I don't care what time it is, we're going to film it all and get the shit done. That way we're done with all of this. So, anyways, I think I've dragged off with that particular one. So I'll stop it right now, and I'll pick it up on a different part of this episode.
Yo me quedé en la casa cuando eso porque tenía que cuidar a la abuelita que cuando estaba un poquito enferma, ¿verdad?
Tenía que cuidar a la abuelita, discúlpame.
Es que ella estaba un poquito demente.
Casi me trago la dentadura. ¡Choque esos 5!
¿Qué hacen audífonos?
¡Sí!
¿Pero audífonos para la música?
¡Audífonos para sordos!
¿Pero usted no los usa?
Casi primero. God. That was funny. Oh shit.
Should we change and you sit and I do the voiceover over there?
I don't think so.
No?
You're doing great.